Everybody, hope you're all having an excellent day and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to another video by emirichu called My Strange Habits. Now I'm pretty sure this one ought to be fairly relatable because I'm pretty sure everybody has at least one weird habit or quirk. Because let's be honest, everybody's weird, right? So we'll see what her strange habits are. I'll include the link to the original video in the description below. Please like and subscribe. Without further ado, let's get watching.
Alright, so let's talk about some of my strangest habits. Or
Alright.
maybe they're not that strange and they're actually way more common than I initially thought. I'll let you be the judge of that. Number one, I sniff everything. Out of
Alright.
all the five senses, the one I probably use the most is smell. It's not
Really?
even like I have a great sense of smell or anything. It's just that
Okay, are your eyeballs not working? Because I'm pretty sure most folks use their sight more than their scent. Maybe you're just more consciously aware of smelling things, but I'm just saying, usually you see things more than you smell them. I would think. I'm just saying.
my first reaction to anything is to sniff it for
Oh,
whatever
sniffing a
reason.
cat?
Especially with food.
Hmm.
People who've eaten with me know that I always sniff my food. As in, before every single bite, I inhale deeply.
Every
I don't know,
bite?
I feel like smell is like half of the tasting experience.
Man, I don't know if I could go that far. I mean, I'm a guy who likes food and all, but I think that'd be really inefficient. Imagine having to like sniff every single bite of food. It would take like 10 times longer to eat food. And with our fast-paced society these days, I don't think I have that kind of luxury. But if you do, all the more power to you, I guess.
Right? Like if something smells really tasty, why wouldn't you want to breathe it all
Splat.
in? But of course, it doesn't just stop at food. If you hand me just about
Hey,
anything, the
alienation.
first thing I'll feel compelled to do is sniff it.
Oh no.
One time, my friends and I discovered a chunky little slug right outside our apartment, and
It's
after
kinda cute.
petting its cold, slimy exterior, I had to
That is kind
go
of
in for a
weird.
sniff. Anyways, they were super grossed out, but sometimes the curiosity overwhelms you. When my hair is freshly washed, I'll do that thing where I take a bunch of it around to my face and inhale that sweet
That's
shampoo
kind of
goodness.
understandable.
Smell also has a lot to do with my attraction to someone. Like, yeah, that guy's cute and all, but does he smell good? Listen, fellas, take notes. Smelling attractive is half the battle, all right? If your crush tells you you smell good, you gotta just hoard whatever body wash or
I'll
cologne
take
you're
your entire
using
stock.
because it's working.
All
My
right.
friend Moon
Good
has
to
joked
know.
that when I die, it'll probably be because I sniffed something I wasn't supposed to. There's been too many moments like, hey Moon, what's this?
That is acetone. I use it for stripping paint and melting plastics. It's toxic though, so be careful not to sniff. Emily, what did I just
Oh,
say?
no,
Get
that's
that shit away
terrible.
from your nose right now. What is wrong with you?
Number two, did you lock your door? I've been told if I were one of those tiny little mobile persicoms from the anime Chobits, my only function would be to ask, did you lock your door? Because I do it literally all the time. Doesn't matter who it is. If I'm riding in someone's car, the second we step out, I ask, did you lock your car?
Hang on.
Sometimes I forget
Hang on, my light went out. Give me a minute. Sorry about that.
to ask until we've walked a little too far away, and they're like,
Well, I always lock my car, and I'm pretty sure that I locked
Alright,
my
we got
car.
like a
but
Wolfie Chew
you
collab.
asking me
Nice.
that question is suddenly making me doubt whether I did, and now I have to walk all the way back just to confirm with myself that I did, in fact, lock my car.
This is so
well,
relatable.
good. Now you can have the peace of mind of knowing you locked your car. You're welcome.
I'm gonna kill you.
Listen, better safe than sorry, right? Sometimes I even psych myself out. I'll lock my door before I leave my apartment, like I always do, walk like 50 feet, and then think to myself, wait, did I lock my door? I know I locked my
Look of
door, I
panic.
just did it, but what if I just imagined that I locked my door and I actually forgot this one time and then someone breaks in? If I don't go back and check, the uncertainty is gonna bother me for the rest of the day. And then I
Oh,
go back
man.
and check, and of course it's always locked, but like I said, better safe than sorry.
Yeah, this is so relatable. I sometimes do this. Even if it's just like go outside for like a brief walk, I'll always double check to make sure I lock the door. Even if I know literally like 10 seconds ago, I know I did. I just double check. I'm like, yep, I locked the door. So it's not that unusual. It just makes more sense than just assuming that you did it. So it's not that bad, to be honest.
I explained this habit of mine to my friend Adam, and he said that sometimes when he locks his door, he'll make a weird noise after because it's easier to remember the weird noise than to remember if you locked your door or not. So I've been
Interesting.
trying to put that into practice more often. Ooga booga.
What the heck was that?
That was so I don't end up walking back to check if I remember to lock my door.
Do you have the memory of a goldfish?
Honestly, wouldn't doubt it. Number 3, frequent bag checks. Similarly to the last one, I found that I have a nervous habit of periodically checking my bag throughout the day to make sure all my important items are still in their place,
All right.
even if I hadn't taken anything out. And it's not even just when I'm out and about. Before I go to bed at night, I can't sleep until I've checked to make sure I know where my car keys, wallet, and phone are. Like, they're always in the same spot every time, and I know they are, but I have to see them and reassure myself before I can sleep peacefully. Kind of feels like I'm a baby with no sense of object permanence. I think I developed this habit because my parents would always be like, "Do you have all your things?" "Yeah, I already checked." "Check again!" So now I've noticed I do the same thing to my family and friends. It might seem really extra, but hey, thanks to this nervous habit, I never misplace my wallet, keys, or phone. Number 4, extra drinks.
Extra drinks.
All right, here's a simple one. When I'm at a Starbucks or a cafe or a boba shop, I have a habit of ordering 2 drinks for myself because I usually end up getting stuck between 2, and instead of choosing one,
Really?
I just end up getting both. Sometimes I want a fruity tea and a milk tea, or maybe an iced coffee, but also an iced tea. Why choose one when I can drink both? 2 drinks are just better than one. You know,
Well,
except for the
excess.
fact that I always end up peeing like 17 times afterwards. But I guess it's the price I pay for my creed.
Honestly, I can't really relate to that one so much, because if I ever go to a coffee shop, I usually have an idea of what I want, and it's just like, yeah, straight shooter, that one. Other choices, no thanks. I like this particular drink. I've never bought more than one drink for myself at any given time, so I can't really relate to this one. You're on your own here.
Number 5, is food a love language? I really
Interesting.
like food. And I also really like
doesn't like
sharing
food?
So I usually show my appreciation to people by buying them food. It's my way of saying, "Hey, let me express my friendship by treating you to this piece of happiness in the form of edible goods." Kind of like how your cat will bring you a freshly killed rat or a bird. Except, less gross. I feel like this is definitely something I got from my parents. For as long as I can remember, every time they visited family or friends, they'd always bring something to eat, like a box of fruit or bread from a bakery or
That's
sweets.
nice.
It was always something edible. And of course, anyone with Korean parents knows the all-out brawl that often happens when 2 people insist on paying the bill and will literally tackle each other for the right to out-generous the other. And the thing is, it wasn't like my parents were super wealthy by any means. In fact, they were far from it. But to them, it was the proper and respectful thing to do. Having observed this behavior for years, I too have developed the habit of insisting on paying for the meal as a show of appreciation. And usually people are like, "Oh, sweet, thank you so much," because, free food.
Yeah.
But every so often, I'll have a meal with someone who also has been trained for years in the art of fighting for the bill, and it becomes a ninja battle over who slaps
Nice
their card on the
Naruto
check
reference.
first. It gets really intense. Some of
Like, for me personally, I've never understood why this is a thing. I mean, it seems like it's a big thing among Korean culture, but it's something common here in the States too. Like, there's always like this group. Like, if you're hanging out with a group of friends, there's always this one situation where you just have to have a mock conflict, a pseudo conflict about who's gonna pay for the bill. And I've never understood why. I mean, unless it's like a special occasion or you make significantly more money than some of your other friends do. But if you all earn roughly the same amount of money, why pay for someone else's food unless it's like a special occasion? I mean, why not just pay for the food you eat? The way I see it, paying for someone else's food when they are capable of paying for themselves outside of like special occasions is like paying for their Wi-Fi. Just split the bill and be happy. That's what I'm saying.
my friends have literally thrown my credit card to thwart my attempts to
That's
pay.
intense.
It's like fighting, but in the most wholesome way.
Wholesome fighting.
So these are some of my most interesting or strange habits. What's your most interesting habit, and how does it affect your day-to-day life? And also, please let me know if you can relate with me on any of these, because I know for a fact I'm not alone on most of these.
Okay.
So one bad habit that I have that I
Well, guys, that was a very funny and somewhat relatable video by emirichu. And let me know in the comments below, do you have any weird habits? Anyway, if you guys want me to react to any more emirichu videos, let me know in the comments below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!